What's going on, guys? My name's Furlong, and if you don't know who I am, I like to run, I like to drone, and I like to film. Cheers. Alright, welcome to March. March was an awesome month. March was, it was a lot different to what happened in Feb. Actually, it was a turnaround. It was the month I had been looking for. There was drones, there was long runs, there was even some PBs. So let's get into it, stick around, and well, here's March for you. So March, we had actually started autumn, but we kicked off with a bit of a heat wave, and well, the first run of the month was just a 5K, and it was a ripper. It was hot, it was sticky, but I got out in the morning just to obviously do what I could do, and well, surprise, surprise, I managed to get a PB. Yeah, I'm talking about another 1 kilometer PB, and this is just the beginning for the month, so stick around, and I don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, it was just a 5K run, averaging 4:54, and well, so it was a pretty solid effort, and I tell you, that 1K PB was, it was quite the surprise. Run number 2. Now this was, it was meant to be a 10K, but I had to call it short just because of the heat, so I ended up only doing about 7K, but it was just great to be able to get out and actually take the drone out for another spin. It's been a while. It was good to spend some time, get some quality shots, and just enjoy some of the side hobbies as well. So it was a 7K, averaging at a pace of 5:29, so pretty solid effort. Alright, we're about 6K in. Heat's definitely taking a toll. I do want to go for the 10, 4 to go. Just got to be careful, it's a heat wave. It's no point overdoing it, but at the same time it's these little changes in climate and weather and circumstances I need to also train for in the long run, right? But I don't need to be stupid about it. The key thing here is, you know, running smart is always the better choice, and I definitely wasn't feeling it, and I knew there's no point pushing myself over the limits. Brought it down to 7K and just enjoyed it. Run number 3, and once again, plenty of jump shots coming up. So run number 3 was just a short casual run with Carla, and it's always better and fun with Carla. So just 5K, averaging 5:54, keeping it simple. Run number 5. Now this was that 10K that I've been trying to get from the start of the month, and finally got out, got it done. Also got to do it with Carla as well, which makes it always a better run. More jump shots, of course, but yeah, it was a long weekend and I was just getting out, enjoying myself, and the only problem here was the humidity. It was still very hot and sticky, and I find in those conditions it does make it a bit of a challenge. I'm still adjusting to that, but all in all, I can't complain. So this was 10K, averaging 5:58. Run number 5. This was an absolute beautiful, spectacular sunrise run, and as you can see in some of the footage, it was a ripper. It was awesome. Once again, running with Carla, which is always nice. And question for you, when you run with someone else, do you talk? Do you think running and talking is a good thing? Do you enjoy it? Do you find it hard? So this run was just a 5:17, averaging 5:45. Not too bad. Run number 6, and this was a recovery run, and this was due to all the veggie gardening I've been doing over the long weekend. And if you haven't seen or haven't heard, I've been starting a bit of a side thing here with the veggie garden, and there might even be a bit of a YouTube channel coming for that too. But anyway, this was a nice run, recovery run, from all the previous runs I'd been doing, but also just because I was quite sore from, you know, building out this veggie garden. So got out once again, keeping it slow and steady with Carla. So we did around 5K, and this was at an average pace of 6:16. So yeah, it was nice and steady. Run number 7. So this was getting out as part of the Iconic Sports Challenge Run Club. Now, headed into Albert Park in Melbourne. So, something funny, first time ever, and it's what I've always been dreading for the last couple of years, is taking off and not having the SD card in my GoPro. Well, finally it happened, so this is going to be very interesting on my phone. Oh, look how wonky it is. So wonky. This is what happens when you forget to put the SD card in your GoPro. Sorry.
This was actually in collaboration with Adidas runners, so got to have a few chats with some different people from the Adidas running team in Melbourne, just part of the running club there. And it was just nice to be able to get out, do it in the morning before work. Keeping it simple, I did do a 2K warm-up and also finished off with the 5K obviously around Albert Park, so it was a total of 7K, averaging 6:04. Not too bad. Run number 8, and this is where things got exciting. So, wet morning, it wasn't really the conditions I'd thought. I'd been struggling a bit with some of the creative side. If you haven't checked out that video regarding a reality check, check it out. I'll chuck it up above. Head over there, and it talks a bit about, you know, some of the struggles I've been having, but also a bit of a cliffhanger video for a 1 kilometer time trial. So, in this video, but if you don't want to watch it, I'm going to spoil it here. So this one I basically got out and did 5K, and I did a nice average of 4:46. I also got my new PB for a 1 kilometer, which is crazy because this is 2 in a single month, and it was an epic pace. Check this out.
Whoa, look at that, 3:59.
If you want to see the video about that, I'll chuck that up there as well. Have you tried Remedy Kombucha? Run number 9. So this was finally another long run, 15K. Been trying to get out on these long runs at least, you know, a couple times a month, just because obviously I'm leading up to my marathon at the end of the year, and I'm wanting to just ease into some of the longer runs before I actually start my official plan. So the intent here was to actually get out and do a run for the kids test run, which is going to be 13K. Or 12.8. So I did this 15K, some beautiful weather. There was a few aches in back of my glute and my knee, but which is a bit concerning and always nerve-wracking, but all in all it was a pretty solid run. I even got a 10K PB. This month it's all about PBs. I wasn't planning for it either. So there we are, 15K averaging 5:24. Run number 10 was another 5K run. This was a work from home day, so I was able to get out, sneak this in before doing some work. Just keeping it simple, just to get out, enjoy myself. So 5K averaging 5:16. Actually, it was probably more of a recovery run from the 15K the other day. Run number 11, the final run for the month, and this was also meant to be another 10K, but we had to call it short just because of the weather conditions. So only ended up doing 5K. It was with Carla, it was wet. But we had some fun anyway, so it was 5K averaging 5:56. So just keeping it slow and steady. So that's March. March was, you know, it was a flip from what had been happening in Feb. Now, all in all, Feb was a great month as well. I realized that at the end of it, but March was better. It was what I was expecting, and you know, there's a lot of things learned in this month, you know, regarding, you know, mindsets and reality checks. There was talk about, you know, how I'm trying to encourage and boost my creative juices. But, you know, there was a lot of surprises in this month as well, and I think it's just a reminder that you're going to have your good months and your bad months, and this was a good month. And I'm super excited for Run for Kids. I mean, essentially this month was meant to, I was going to be doing a training plan for the Run for Kids, which was, you know, the 12.8K coming up in April, but I realized I don't really need to. I can just enjoy that run. I'm more than capable of, you know, doing that distance. So I just wanted to make sure I was getting out, having fun, getting some volumes in, so I am ready for race day. So that's March. It was a total of 11 runs, did a total of 75.64 kilometers with an average pace of 5:36. So pretty consistent month, pretty good. I'm happy with it, super impressed. You know, each month from now on, I would like to increase the volumes. As I said, I haven't actually kicked off my marathon plan. It is in thinking mode and planning mode. It's coming soon, and I want to give more than enough time for this. Not to overtrain, but to just give myself enough time to get up to it. I don't want to be rush. I've got a busy year ahead of me, and I want to do the right thing by it. So stick around for next month. Check out some of the other videos if you haven't watched them. I'll put some links below as well in the description. But for now, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle.